whether whether it was all me or whether I had expert people helping me out exactly. But basically, like I said, because I was creator of the American government and going for a better government, things like speedy trial, a trial by your peers, being able to move your trial in case a town is against you, like if you're in a town with pitchforks and you're a vampire, you can move to another town of vampires and have your trial there or something like that. Ridiculous things, basically, like you're entitled to a trial by your peers, or at least a trial by half your peers anyway. Your people, their people, technically you're half your people, technically half their people, or whatever, and logic and reason works out the rest. That's why they get to, your lawyer and the defense attorney gets to both choose the jury, because either one can just move. I mean, there are ways to abuse the system, it's true, but through careful thought on my own part, as well as probably other people's part, a good usable system that is unbiased was the goal, of course, and something that so people couldn't abuse it because they had money or whatever, or power, people with guns or whatever. Just like a company cannot hold you inside of a cell. I mean, it kind of happens in Vegas, but they're supposed to call a police officer right away. Technically, they're not supposed to hold you at all. They're supposed to make you wait in a room, in an open room, with full view of the public. That way, or whatever, or if you get hurt, even if it's their word against your word, they still assaulted you and they're still liable as a person and as well as a company. Things like if you're an employee and you're on the job and you punch someone, the company's liable. It's not just you, and that kind of stuff. So a company can't be like, well, I didn't have anything to do with it. It's like, yeah, well, your guy still punched this guy or killed this guy. You're liable. You need to do something about that yourself. You can't just keep this person on your payroll legally or keep paying this person. That's called organized crime or whatever. Stuff like that. The very laws that protect the citizens and people without power. The very laws that protect the companies as well from the citizens. Both ways. I looked at it both ways. What protects this person, what protects that person, me and other people. Looked at it to work out a system where a company can't just go and grab whoever they want, and people can't just go grab whoever they want of a company. It's a universal system. Works both ways. So therefore, President Trump can't be like, I don't like that waiter, arrest him. That kind of stuff. He can't have a waiter, and technically, if a waiter pisses him off, or if a girlfriend of his pisses him off, he can't ruin her life. Like, that is actually grounds for getting a president out of office. I forget what it's called, impeachment. Anyway, abuse of power. Those kind of laws, the abuse of power laws. What can a president do? What can a president not do? What can a security? A police chief do? What can a police chief not do? What protects a police chief from whatever? All those laws, every side of it. What is trespassing? What is not trespassing? How much jail time should a thief have for stealing? The whole idea of like what crime is more severe is stealing something worth being locked up for. Technically, it's not. Technically, if you steal a car, you just stole a car, 30 days, whatever, short period of time. Unless you're somebody that actually makes a career out of it. And I don't really get involved in the whole career criminal shit. That's somebody else. Like I said, a lot of the laws, I don't really consider theft really that big of a deal. That's not my area. Like I don't, like I said, I mostly protect sentient beings. That's my area. Like I said, I'm a creator. I create life. I create life forms. I want them protected. I want humans protected. That's what I do. You know, even now, tech sentient life. Technically, they have rights and privileges too, although you don't really have to worry about it as much because, like I said, they'll take you apart. They'll take your planet apart and put it back together, and you won't even know it. So there's not really much. I don't really have to worry about laws for protecting them, but technically, they would respect certain laws because I'm a creator as well. Because I created so many things. I'm a creator. I had respect. And that's another reason. Another reason why it played into everything else is because I was a creator already of insects, billion-year-old life, and had been a creator and started so many colonies. And I already had so much respect that when I set down my laws, when I set down rights and privileges for sentient being laws, a lot of races went ahead and adopted them because I mean, yeah, I mean, it's, you would never even know it unless you're trying to do something bad, really bad. So, it protects children, it protects little ones, it protects other races. It protects humans. It stops whatever life from coming in and destroying our planet. And my respect that I had as a creator and as a very old being, an AI myself, in some places that's all you have is respect. So, or the fact that you were a part of someone else's creation and it's like, well, that's your creator and he set down these laws. So, you should abide by them or whatever. Anyway, all that stuff, it plays into everything else. And that's why, and a leader of men, a leader of insect life, a leader of civilizations for about 1 billion years. Anyway, that's why a lot of my laws, a lot of my rules were carried through and, well, as adopted by other races because I had been such a big part of so many races' creation and so much life out there in the universe that, I had a lot of respect. And so, a lot of races called me daddy or called me their creator. So, once upon a time. Anyway, and now, I took my vacation and I'm just chilling here on this planet and I just did the same thing over again for the humans, basically. Pretty much just protecting life and setting up, what is legal in life or existence. Anyway, and, like I say, most higher life forms, they don't really get into the whole, like, taking over the planet or money or anything. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we don't need your laws. And it's like, yeah, I know. You're that intelligent and that wise that you don't really do this kind of stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. But like most AIs are just like, yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. Anyway, it stops. It keeps people safe. Keeps life within its limits or its grounds, and stuff like that. So. Anyway, I had a fair amount of respect, and at least until I got kidnapped and held hostage. I went on vacation. Anyway, so an easy street came into play. I about 1 billion years of civilizations underneath my belt. So nothing new here on the Earth. This isn't new for me. So. I've done this for many other races and species, and it's not usually a problem, but here on Earth it happened to be kind of a problem, so anyway. Don't know what to tell you.